Hey guys, what is up? It is Shifty, and I have no motto, so let's just get down to it. So, the gameplay you're seeing right now is just some Call of Duty Ghosts. I basically hopped on. I haven't played my Xbox in about 2 weeks. It's been collecting dust in the corner because I've been following E3, which has just started, by the way. I believe today was either the first or second day of E3. And it's looking pretty cool. There's been a ton of new games announced, and I'd like to go through the list. I've been watching. Actually, no, I haven't been able to watch the live stream that IGN did today of E3 2014 because I was at school. But luckily, my school year is ending Wednesday, so that means that hopefully I'll be able to put out some like newer gameplay and newer stuff for you guys to follow in the following weeks while E3 unravels itself. So, first thing I would like to take care of is the Master Chief Collection, which is basically Halos 1 through 4, all on Xbox One, remastered in 60 FPS, basically a remake of each game. Halo 1, of course, is notorious for starting up the infamous Halo series, yada yada yada. You already know what Halo's about. Halo 2 is basically the one that most people started out with. It was either Halo 2 or Halo 3, and Halo 3 is my personal favorite. But all of the games are run in 1080p at 60 frames per second in their full multiplayer suites, and all of their maps will be playing on dedicated servers on the Xbox One. I don't know about PC. I'm probably not PC. Definitely not PS4. But it's looking awesome. It says there's going to be a Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer beta that begins this September, and September's a long ways away. And there's also a digital film called Halo Nightfall coming out soon, an episodic release that will premiere on November 11th and run in multiple weekly installments. Now, that's a lot to take in, and from hearing from the guys from Bungie and the people that made Halo, remastering the game is probably a step in the right direction. That's what I want to see with a lot of series. Like maybe Final Fantasy, maybe the original couple games. Metal Gear Solid, the first two Metal Gears, that would be awesome to see remade in beautiful 1080p, maybe even 4K or down the road. It's gonna be. It looks really good. Like the visuals look great. Of course, it's a native Xbox game, and usually native games to native consoles look better than games that are on multi-port. That's why like Battlefield is an exception. Battlefield is a very strange one because the Xbox One is slightly lower in performance than the PS4, so it does not look as great as it does on the PS4 on Xbox One. But it's it's Battlefield 4. The game still looks great, but just not as good. And it's weird to think about because the game basically starts off on PC. Obviously, PC is gonna look the best, and it's gonna move. It goes down to the PS4, and then the Xbox One. No, not the Wii U. What am I talking about? As far as I know, Battlefield 4 wasn't released for the Wii U. I don't know why they would have released it for the Wii U. And then obviously, the Xbox 360 and PS3. Now, of course, there hasn't been any Battlefield previews, probably because we're not going to see a Battlefield this year. I highly doubt we're going to see a Battlefield this year. I could be wrong, but they haven't announced it at E3 yet. So let's get on to it. Let's see. For you fans of Crackdown, they re-released Crackdown, or they're going to re-release Crackdown. I've never played Crackdown, so I have no idea what's going to happen. But apparently, it's the third entry in the series. I know there's Crackdown 1 and Crackdown 2, but why wouldn't they name this Crackdown 3? I don't understand. Like, first it's the Xbox One. I don't understand. Like, they did that with Need for Speed, too. Like, Need for Speed Most Wanted was re-released. Did they make a new Need for Speed? I don't know, but they made a new Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and that was an old series that they brought back. So I have no idea what's in store for Crackdown. I have never played a Crackdown game. I've heard they're fun. I've just never got around to playing them. So up next is Mirror's Edge, and I'm very excited for Mirror's Edge because this game looks great, and I really hope they upgraded the parkour from last time around so it's more fluent than ever. Because the parkour in the first Mirror's Edge was much more about momentum than it was about speed, if that make myself, or more momentum than agility, I guess. And while Faith was very agile in the first Mirror's Edge, she wasn't very quick. She was fast, but she wasn't quick. Hopefully, you know, being able to round corners, and actually a very, very good idea would be the ability to change the sensitivity. Because in the first one, you were started off at a generic sensitivity, at least on consoles. On PC, obviously, that's a different problem, or a whole different story. And it was I don't know, it kind of slowed down the game a little bit to run around corners like that and miss your mark maybe. But Mirror's Edge 2, it looks like they're going back to the same style as the first Mirror's Edge, which is basically just you know, like whites, reds, very prominent, broad colors that are very striking. And I love the art style of the first Mirror's Edge. It looks great. And I'm really hoping that they'll bring it back and maybe I don't know, maybe add in some color. That would be cool. Let's see, what else can we have to talk about? The crew. The crew is, I have no idea what the crew is, to be honest. But it's been let's see what the crew is. I have no idea. It looks like a racing game of some sorts. But what I do know is come out, or at least been previewed, is Forza Horizon 2. And Forza Horizon, the first Forza Horizon, was a very fun game that I loved. And there's only a teaser trailer, which is basically, I believe, a Mitsubishi Eclipse just driving through a field. But Forza fans know what's coming, and they knew it was Forza Horizon all along. And then, of course, it fades to black, and there's Forza Horizon and stuff. Pardon me, I needed some oxygen. And it looks really great. So, on to the next game, Fallout 4. I don't think they covered this, but there's a lot of press surrounding Fallout 4 that I don't think they covered it, but it sure seems like they're definitely looking at it. And I love Fallout. I love Fallout 3. I love Fallout New Vegas. I haven't played the first two Fallouts, so I know, don't call me biased or don't call me a hypocrite. But I really do appreciate the 3D Fallout games, at least, like the first-person Fallout games. Because I know the first two were more like, I don't know how to describe it, but they were not first-person, and which is unfortunate. But hopefully, a couple things that I want out of Fallout 4 is an upgraded third-person view mode. Like, I know the game's generally supposed to run in first-person. But the third-person view mode in both Fallout 3 and New Vegas was very janky. It was really shitty, to be honest. Not that takes away from the game, because obviously the game's not really. It's more about the gameplay than it is the animations or the graphics. But just to touch it up a little bit, you know, aiming down the sights, making the gunfights a little more prominent. Maybe not so much, because Fallout's not really about gunfights, but just a little bit smoother. Maybe a little bit more strategic. I don't know. But, oh, another thing. Okay. Are you listening, Bethesda? You know you're probably not listening. How about this? When the story ends, we don't have to pay $15 to keep playing the game that we worked so hard to get our character up to the max level. Until you release another level cap, we still want to keep playing, because most of us probably haven't beaten the whole game in one playthrough on our first try. And that's obnoxious, and you know, that was a bummer. Like, I had to pay $15. I remember being 11 and having to pay, maybe I was 11? I don't know. I was younger, and I had to pay $15 just to continue my character, and it was really, really unnecessary. But yeah, I don't know what else E3 2014 is gonna bring to the table, to be honest. It's looking pretty promising with all the games. Like, there's new Smash Brothers, Beast Wars, Borderlands, the pre-sequel? I don't know. A new Borderlands, Dark Souls 2 I don't know. Dark Souls 2 already came out. I'm looking in the wrong thing. I'm sorry. E3 2014. E3 2014, E3 2014, E3 2014. That's all you're going to hear from probably every commentator, unless they're making like a deep personal commentary. E3 2014, E3 2014, E3 2014. But let's see, Ori and the Blind Forest, I have no idea. I'll probably cover it next time. Star Wars Battlefront's coming back, and that looks awesome. Forza 2 Evolves Kraken. I have no idea what that is. you know, obviously I'll get into these more the next time, so don't be like, why don't you click on it and read your viewers what it is. Well, I'm gonna do that. This is gonna be in installments. I'm not gonna do this all in one run because this is only 10 minutes long, and I'm probably gonna have to wrap it up soon. But Batman Arkham Knight, Killer Instinct Season 2, Assassin's Creed Unity, just a bunch of new games are getting press, and it's looking really promising for E3 this year. So thanks a lot, guys. This is my new channel. I know I have no subscribers yet, but I hope to be getting some soon. I'm gonna have videos probably every other day, or I'm gonna have them as soon as possible. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you did tune in, and please subscribe, because I really need help getting this channel off the ground, because my last channel was very inactive and I did not have a lot of active subs, so I'm hoping to change that. So please subscribe, leave a like, and comment what you're most excited for in E3. I am shifty and I do not have a motto, so I'm going to go. Peace out, guys.